my name is Kira, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make elephant toothpaste, which is an exciting chemical reaction that uses yeast and hydrogen peroxide and soap. So to get started, you're going to first take half a cup of hydrogen peroxide, and you're going to want to have some sort of cup or jar or container and have that on top of a tray or plate in case we get anything spilling. So I'm going to take the half cup of hydrogen peroxide and pour that into my jar here. Next, I'm going to add about 3 drops of soap. And then I'm going to add some food coloring. You can add whatever color you want this to be. I'm adding red. You only need a few drops of food coloring. It's pretty strong. And then the next thing you'll do is take 1 teaspoon of yeast and mix it with 2 tablespoons of warm water. You'll want to stir that around so it gets nice and mixed up. And then before you pour it in, you can kind of swirl around our hydrogen peroxide and soap and food coloring so you get the color that you want. And then we're going to add this yeast mixture and see what happens. So it's foaming up right now, as you can see, and we get so much foam that it actually starts to bubble over the container, which is super cool. And there's some really cool chemistry that goes on behind this. So this reaction is actually producing oxygen gas. So the foam you're seeing is that oxygen gas right there. And the soap is actually trapping those bubbles of oxygen, which gives us a bigger reaction. So you can experiment around with different amounts of soap to see how big of a reaction that you can get. And the yeast is in our reaction because it's a catalyst. And a catalyst is something in chemistry and biology that helps to speed up a reaction. So that makes it so we get this almost instantaneous reaction. As soon as we pour the yeast in, we see these oxygen bubbles and foam coming over our container, which is super cool. You can kind of touch it and play around with it, and you might notice that it actually gets pretty warm. And that's because this is an exothermic reaction. And exothermic reactions actually produce energy, and they produce that energy in the form of heat. So that's why you can feel it get a little bit hot. And you can try out different variations of this. You can try adding different amounts of hydrogen peroxide and yeast and soap and try different colors if you want to make it look a little different. And it's also fun to kind of log the amounts of the different ingredients that you're adding to, so you can see which one produces a bigger reaction. So thanks for watching. I hope you all have fun doing this chemistry experiment.